Welcome to this tutorial on how to sew a jumpsuit. This is a comfortable yet classic piece that you can easily make. Let's get started. Before we begin, gather your supplies. You'll need your pattern, fabric, slider hooks, buttons, a zipper, and matching thread. Once you've got everything, let's dive into the first step. Start by cutting your fabric according to the pattern. Follow the lines carefully for an accurate fit. Next, clip and trace all the markings onto your fabric. These will guide you during assembly. Fold about an inch of the pocket downward and mark 1/4 inch on the folded seam. Fold the seam inward and press it. Repeat these steps for the other pocket. Once done, straight stitch along the seam to secure it in place. Align the pockets on the back pants according to the markings. Top stitch to secure them . And clip any excess fabric inside the pockets. Then top stitch once more to reinforce the seams. Repeat for the other pocket. Measure and mark the length of your bias tape on the fabric. After cutting, insert the fabric into the bias tape maker, using an awl if necessary to help it through. Press it to create the bias tape. Align the bias tape along the back piece and straight stitch it in place. Repeat for the other side. Next, align the left and right pieces of the back. Straight stitch to join them. Serge the edge. Then double top stitch the seam. Press it flat. Fold each strap piece in half . Then straight stitch to close it. Repeat for the second strap. Trim any excess fabric from the seam. Then turn the straps inside out. You can use a screwdriver or tweezers to make this easier. Once turned, press the straps and double top stitch them. Align the straps with the back piece and straight stitch them in place. Top stitch and serge the seams for durability. After assembling the back end straps, it's time to reinforce the seams. First, Double top stitch along the sides of the back piece for extra strength and a polished look. Then double top stitch along the seam that joins the back pants and straps, ensuring everything is securely attached. To prepare the decorative side patches, start by folding and pressing the patches seam inward. Focus on the curved edge of the pocket, clipping small notches along the curve to make it easier to fold. Once you've clipped the curve, fold it inward and press to create a clean edge. Repeat these steps for the other side patch. Now that the patches are prepared, align them on the front pants according to the pattern markings. Top stitch around the edges of the patch to attach them securely. Once the patch is attached, add another top stitch around the edges to reinforce the seams. Repeat this process for the other patch to complete the front pants. Next, align the top piece with the front pants. Then serge and straight stitch the seam to join them. Double top stitch for a clean finish. Repeat on the other side. Then press the front pants. Serge the front edges to prevent fraying. Before proceeding, serge the raw edges of the back pieces to prevent fraying. This will give the back a clean, finished edge and help maintain the garment's durability over time. Align the front pieces together and straight stitch the front crotch seam. Fold the seam allowance inward. Press it flat. And top stitch to secure the seam. This creates a clean finish on the front crotch. Now, it's time to add the zipper. Align the zipper along the front seam, ensuring it sits evenly. Switch to a zipper foot on your machine, and straight stitch the zipper into place. Take your time here to get a smooth, neat finish. Serge the front top-facing pieces. Fold the bottom seam inward. And stitch in place. Begin by aligning the top-facing pieces with the front of the jumpsuit. Straight stitch along the top edge to attach the facing to the front piece. Next, mark the seam for the front straps. Straight stitch to join the front strap pieces together. Then trim off the excess fabric at the edges and clip the curves to allow for smooth turning. Repeat these steps on the other side. Turn the top piece inside out, using tweezers to carefully pull out the edges of the straps. Once both straps are turned, straight stitch along both sides of the straps to secure them. Repeat these steps for the other strap. Then press the front of the pants to smooth out any wrinkles. Now, double top stitch along the outer curve of each front strap for added strength and a polished finish. Repeat this step for the inner curves of both straps. Finally, top stitch along the zipper seam for a clean, reinforced finish. Press the entire front piece to complete this step. Align the front and back pieces of your jumpsuit, making sure the side seams match up. Straight stitch along the side seams to join the front and back. After stitching, press the seams flat for a clean finish. Then add a double top stitch along the side seams for extra durability and a professional look. Next, straight stitch along the crotch seam from front to back. Press a seam flat. To finish the hems, double fold the bottom of each pant leg. Once folded, straight stitch the hem in place, ensuring the stitches are even. Repeat the process for the other leg. Then press both hems for a crisp, professional look. Finally, attach your label to the back of the jumpsuit. Straight stitch to secure it in place. This adds a personal touch to your finished piece. Mark the button placement using the pattern. Attach the buttons and slide the hook sliders through the front and back straps. Repeat on the other side. And that's it. Your DIY jumpsuit is ready to wear. If you enjoyed this tutorial, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more sewing projects. See you in the next video.